Hello everyone. Cindy here with Monarch Mom DIY, crafting today on the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina's Facebook page. I am here with one of her craft kits. I'm just going to share this over to my page as well. Yay. All right, so I did come on a couple minutes early. We just like to do that to make sure Facebook gets all those notifications out and such. So we are here to craft together today on this Thursday afternoon. The sun is shining outside even though it is freezing. Well, it's not freezing cold anymore. It's up to 46. Earlier this week we were down in the teens, 20s. A little bit of snow, not too much. Hey, Sierra, welcome. So let's see. I'm on Rust Covered Cottage there. So I'm going to go on my page here so I can possibly see everybody's comments. So if you do see that red live button there, that means you're watching this live. I think I'm on, I don't know which one it's showing me. I'm seeing Sierra's comment in both places. So who knows? Every time I think I know how Facebook works, it changes. So anyway, we're going to make some ornaments today. We're going to make this set of 6. I believe you should be able to see the name of it. There is a bit.ly link there. This is called Vintage Inspired Ornaments. And yeah, there's a set of 6 for $24, which is a really great deal. This is another one that would be a great one to, you know what, these are 2 different sizes, I think. This would be another one that would be a really great kit to get for like a party or get multiples of them and just have some fun with some friends, some well, maybe not kids, but maybe older kids, teenagers, adult friends, just to create some ornaments. All right, so we have 6 in this set. It is 4 o'clock, so I'm going to get started. You can see there's one that's shaped like a jingle bell, one that's shaped like an actual bell, and then a round one, and then a few other, if you think about those vintage glass ornaments, the shapes of those. Yes. Is this a newer kit, Christina? I did not see a picture on your page or on the website of a finished set. So I was excited to do these. I also have some jute twine and some white and red beads because I like to add a few beads, a few wood beads to my ornaments just to give them a little bit more of a finished look. So I do have a red paint marker because each of these ornaments has one of these greenery pieces, but you see there's like 4 or 5 red berries in there that I'm pretty sure I'm going to make them red. I guess I could make them white. Maybe on some of them I'll do them white because some, or you know, berry picks like this have white berries. So maybe we'll do some red and some white. Okay, awesome. But I didn't see a finished picture. So I decided to do this one today. Yeah, so I've got a couple of greens. I've got fern and moss. I could pull out celery if I think I need it. I've got crimson, of course. White, of course. You could do a little softer, maybe with ivory, but a lot of these have snowflakes. So I decided to do white. I've got hazelnut, mainly because one of these has a reindeer on it, or a deer. And then I have antique wax. Not sure if I'll use that. We shall see. But what I do first of all is I kind of look at the picture on the website and lay all my pieces out. There's one piece I may change. I think it's on this one with the Christmas trees. it showed this snowflake like hanging off the edge, which makes me a little nervous. So I think I'm actually going to put it down here on the tip part of the ornament. All right, let's see, what else do I have? I have foam brushes or foam sponges. I need to get more of these small ones. I used some the other day, and oh yeah, last night on Wood Kit Wednesday, I made the Joy Nativity door hanger, and a lot of my small ones, they were really on their last leg. So foam sponges are a good thing to have for these. Your paints. I also recommend a sticky board. My sticky board is freshly stickied, and basically all that is painter's tape, sticky side up, secured down on one of the nice cardboard pieces that Christina ships the kits in, because they make, that's okay, you're gonna have one, Christina. They make a great place to be able to put all of these little pieces. All right, and what I like to do, I think what I'm gonna do is do 3 ornaments at a time. And I kind of like to take my sticky board and keep all the pieces together. So for my reindeer one, I've got these 2 layered pieces. I've got the reindeer or the deer. I have 3 snowflakes. Now, why do I move them to this instead of painting them on the cardboard? Well, that's easy, because if they're just on the cardboard, they're going to move around. If they're stuck here, they're going to stay in place while I am painting them. All right, this one has just a few snowflakes. And the, what do we call that? A little floral garland, and then the topper. And then this one has the topper, the garland. It's got some small, pretty cursive font words that say Merry Christmas. It's got 2 tiny snowflakes, and it's got a sleigh with a layered piece there. Okay, so these are all the pieces for my first 3 ornaments, minus the actual backer piece. The backer piece, I'm just going to keep on the cardboard because, one, it would take up too much space on here, and this is good because I can just paint the whole solid background and then have all the little pieces right here. So let's get started. I do love these ornaments as well. This isn't showing me, like, oh, maybe it's because I'm sharing it from, yes, that's why I'm seeing the same comments. Duh. All right. Oh, thank you, Christina. I'm probably going to do something very different, but that's good to give me that idea. All right. I just know, well, we'll get to that one. Okay, so we've got the one with the reindeer. So I know that reindeer is going to be, I'm going to use hazelnut, I think, on the reindeer. So I'm just going to, what I like to do is just start with what I know. And what I know, first of all, is that I don't have very many small sponges. So I'm going to probably have to use some small paintbrushes today as well. Especially for things that maybe I'm only going to, for colors I'm only maybe going to use on one ornament. All right, so I'm going to use hazelnut on this little reindeer. I keep saying reindeer. I'm sure it is a reindeer, but it doesn't have antlers. So what does that mean? It's female, it's a baby, both, and... Okay, I will do a little accenting with black on the nose and on the hooves. Okay, you probably can hardly even see that because it's so far down on the screen. All right, the other thing I know is snowflakes are going to be white. So let's get out our white. And there's enough things we're going to do white on, so we'll just get our foam sponge, and look how easy that is, just to pounce the color right onto our snowflakes. big or small or medium. There are a few different sizes here. I think 4 different sizes I saw. All right, that makes super quick work of the snowflakes. We will use this again for the other 3 ornaments. Okay, the other thing, I think okay, so for the little floral or the greeneries, I'm trying to decide if I should use fern or if I should use moss. Because if I use moss, then I could use fern for at least one of my ornaments. If I use fern, then I could use moss for at least one of my ornaments. Decisions. Okay, let's think about that while I do the sleigh with red. I've got this sleigh down here. So what I'm going to do is do the body of the sleigh red. And trying to get all of it without going too much on the bottom part. But I think I'll go ahead and do the runners with black using a paint marker because it'll be easy to do that. This edge part, I think I'll do white. It's kind of a layered piece on the sleigh. You think fern? Hi, Marlene. Yeah, I saw it. I got it up here, Christina. Thank you. All right. Okay, so we'll use fern for the greeneries. That way we can use moss possibly for an ornament. Okay. How many small... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the whole greenery thing with green, and then I can go over with the red paint marker where the berries go. And this is going to have another piece layered over it as well. So I'll just go ahead and paint that green because then I'll be putting another piece over it with whatever color I decide to do for the topper of the ornament. Okay. So far, so good. Now, the cool thing about these ornaments is, and pretty much with all the kids, but, you know, especially I'm looking at this, you could do any color family or color combination you want. You could do pinks and teals and whites. You could do silver and blue or silver and gold. All sorts of color combinations, and they would all look amazing. I'm just going to go over my white again just to make sure it's nice and bright. Just with what's already on the sponge. Okay. So this one with the snowflakes. This one, oh, the other thing that needs to be white, I think, is this where what the deer is standing on. To me, it looks like snow, the way it's cut. So I'm gonna paint this little piece white as well. How we looking? If you cannot see what I'm doing because of the comments, you should be able to swipe the chat away, the comments away, so that they're not in your way. All right, black for the runner part down here of my sleigh. And the reason I'm not using a sponge is because I've got a line here between the red part of the sleigh and where the runners are. So it's much, much easier to do that line with the paint marker because it has a really fine tip. And then I'm just kind of coloring in the rest until we get it all covered up. You guys believe it's already November 13th? I probably say this every time, but I can't believe how fast time is going. A couple more weeks to Thanksgiving. I have my first of 3 holiday craft shows in like a week and a half, a week and a couple days. So needless to say, my house is a bit of a, I don't want to say a disaster, but I definitely have projects all over the place. Trying to, you know, live life and get ready for a craft show. It's crazy. Okay, so this is definitely taking longer coloring this in, but I was able to get right up to that line. All right, so we need a background color for this sleigh ornament. And I'm gonna do the words Merry Christmas with red as well. Do I want red? This is gonna go here. All right, well, this one only has white snowflakes. Now, the ornament itself does have a couple stripes. So maybe what I should do is do a background color and then do those stripes in a color that I have a marker, like the red. So why don't we do this one with fern? Moss. I could also pull celery out, which is a lighter, a lighter green, but I do like moss. And I think the fern looks just fine with moss. All right, so we did the background with moss. It'll get a little darker, and then I'll do that stripe, I think, with red. That'll look pretty. All right, the reindeer bell ornament. I mean, I could get out some gray if we wanted to add some gray in there. I could do that one red. That would be pretty. Let's do red for the reindeer ornament. Looks like a bell. And we'll get another big sponge here. And as long as I can still see the outlines of where everything's supposed to go. Why did my phone do that? Oh, I know why. There we go. As long as I can still see the outlines, it's okay if I cover some up here. Phone's being silly. All right, so that's going to be the reindeer one. Go ahead and do the words Merry Christmas. Okay, for the sleigh ornament, should I do it white, or what do you guys think about, would antique wax be weird? Maybe that'd be pretty. Let's do antique wax. The beautiful thing is you can get this kit and you can do whatever Whatever colors make you happy. Christina, I wasn't sure what you were saying. It's unbelievable too, but I think you're talking about how fast time goes. All right, so I'm just gonna dip in my lid here with a baby wipe. Makes it nice and quick. If it's darker than you want, find a clean part of your baby wipe and just kind of go over it again. It'll take a little bit more off. I think that'll be really pretty. Okay. This part, I'm just mixing up colors here. This is just going to be kind of these colors used in different combinations. So this is moss. This is for the bottom of the reindeer one, and I'm also going to do the topper in moss for that one. That's going to be pretty. The only thing left to do on that is the berries. Ooh, my hand's gonna stick. Is that supposed to be a berry there? No. The berries on the greenery parts. My goodness. My hand's gonna stick to the tape. Oh, and those are so much easier to do with a paint marker. And let me just show you, that red paint marker shows up just fine on top of that Waverly paint. So yay for that. I was worried that it wasn't going to be very bright, but it is. Okay. One more. Just love making these ornament kits. I've made quite a few this year already. The gift card holder tags, the sweater ornaments. Very fun. The other thing that I need a little bit of black marker for are the hooves of the reindeer. And her little nose. Okay, now on this one with the snowflakes, we're gonna do these two stripes with red. So I'm hoping I can be really steady, or as steady as possible with my hand here. I think I'll do okay. Okay, got one stripe done. Not perfect, but not bad. This one's a little bit smaller. nice. So those paint markers really do come in handy. All right, we'll let that dry again so we can finish. And I'm thinking, let's do white for the topper on this one. All right, and then we've got our antique wax one. Everything there. I think I'll do black on the topper to kind of go opposite the sleigh, which is kind of towards the bottom. Now all of these are going to be blank on the back side, so if you wanted to, you could just leave them unpainted. You could paint them, and then people could write if they're going to use it as a tag, or if you want to write like what year it was. You could put a picture, a Mod Podge picture on the back, like of a child or grandchild. Okay. I think everything is painted for these first three. Just go over the white a little bit there. Okay, so let's start gluing this reindeer one together. I'm going to try to put it here closer to me so you guys can see. And we'll start with the piece that all of them have, which is this greenery attached to a second layer of kind of the topper. So I'm just going to put a few little dots of glue. We don't really need a lot. Okay, and then we just line it up. Line up all the edges. Like so. And we'll let that dry. Let's come back over to this one and we'll do the same thing for this one. I am sorry, I am not watching. Hey, Peggy. So Christina's here if you guys have questions. And I'm not paying attention because I'm so intent on my crafting here. I'm kind of excited. This is my first night this week where I don't have somewhere I have to go tonight. So Gary and I are going to go on a date. Even though we do our Friday morning breakfasts, sometimes we can squeeze in a dinner date. And we're going to do that tonight. He got some gift cards for Pastor Appreciation last month. And so we're going to use one of those gift cards tonight and go to dinner. So I'm excited for that. Now, even though I feel like I didn't do very much glue, I still got some glue seepage. So what I do after it's dried for a minute or set in place for a minute, I go around if there's any sticking out, and I'll use a little brush. All right, so this is going to go at the bottom of the bell. I just love painting all these kits. They're so much fun. Christina, thank you so much for reaching out to me about being an affiliate, because it brings me a lot of joy to put these kits together. Uh-oh, I got some green paint on my red. Somehow. Must have been on the bottom of that piece. All right, where's my red paintbrush? Okay. All right, there's that. And then we have this snow that goes on top of that part. Oh, that was silly. I went right over the part that I was painting, fixing the red. I didn't even need to do that. Okay, and our little reindeer. And I saw Marlene's note. She said, maybe the reindeer's nose should be red. Okay. Change it to red. Cute, cute. Is there anyone else as obsessed with Dancing with the Stars this season as I am? I think for these, I maybe should use a paintbrush for the glue, but I'm just going to try to be really, really stingy with the glue on these. Oh, they're so cute. Yes, I do love them. So fun to share these kits every week. All right. Oh no, I just broke that snowflake. So, shoot, I think I can glue it where you won't be able to tell that it's broken. Let me see. Or should I try to glue that piece on first? I think I fixed it. Oh, we just need the top part. And of course, I can't leave well enough alone. I gotta go around with just a little bit of white here. Just barely. You know what? I'm gonna do it down here too. Okay. Just that little touch. So that is a third layer just at the very top. Is that not the cutest thing you've seen? Oh my gosh. But it needs a little bit more white. I should have done it when they weren't glued together, but cute. Do you think I should do white on the edges of the greenery like I did on the, well, if you watched the door hanger? Maybe I won't for now. Okay. I won't for now. All right. Get any glue. Okay, so this one, we've got a white topper. And then the white snowflakes. I just love doing this. All right, now the white snowflakes. Big one in the middle. Thank you, Suzanne. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. You know, every season it seems like people say that it's rigged. But I'm just really enjoying watching, especially Dylan Efron and Robert Irwin. I think they're doing amazing. For two guys who, I do feel like the show is a little harder for the men, because the men who are not the professional dancers, because in a lot of these dances, the men lead, or they're supposed to. So to be a non-dancer and have to come in and learn not only how to dance, but how to lead is I'm sure hard. Isn't that pretty? Okay, 2 done. All right, here we've got the top. Let's just start at, I'll just start at the top and work my way towards me. Merry Christmas, but I don't want to break them. Pulling them off the tape. Come on, glue. So it's got a little etching showing me on the ornament where the words Merry Christmas goes, thankfully. And our sleigh. Also has an outline there for me. Those of you guys who've done some of these ornament kits, do you paint the backs of your ornaments? Hello, Barb. Welcome. Welcome or welcome back. Do you guys paint the backs of your ornaments or just leave them? Okay, and then just this little edge piece for our sleigh. Okay. Those are so pretty. Okay, those are the first 3. I'm going to let them dry all the way before I show them off too much, because we have 3 more ornaments to do. So let's kind of clear up our... I've got stuff everywhere. I've got the red paint over here, but the lid was over there. White, but the white's over there. How did I do that? Okay, we've got the big jingle bell. And again, we've got our topper. Try to pull this so you guys can see. The greenery. A few snowflakes. And it says jingle all the way. And then our base of our ornament. All right, this one's a really kind of cool shaped one. We got the topper, the greenery. We have 3 Christmas trees that kind of hook together. The base and that little snowflake. And then the base piece of our ornament. And then we've got the topper, the greenery, 1 big snowflake. And this ornament has some swirly stripes on it. So we'll probably use the paint marker for that one as well. Okay, so what do we know? We know snowflakes are white. So let's get our snowflakes done. not as many on this set. And then fern for our little greenery pieces. See, these three will go a little faster because we've already worked out some of the details when we did the first three. All right, so the background colors I used on the first three ornaments were red, moss, and antique wax. I have not done one with green as the background color, fern green, or white. I have not used as a background color. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's see here. The striped one just has a snowflake on it. I think this one I'm going to do moss like I did with the other one that had red stripes. And I think I'll do these stripes red as well. Okay. And I think these three trees I will do with moss. So they're a different green. Than the greenery at the top. But I need my pokey tool. Get a little bit of that green out of the etching there. Okay, I could do the trunks on those brown. Maybe I will do that. Sorry, I'm just seeing a little bit of my fern needs to be touched up. Okay, what do we think? I think I'm going to do the background of this one white, but I'm going to do the tip red and the top red. That'll be cute. Yeah, let's do that. This one red. I just said white and then I did it red. If I flip it over, can I do, hi.
Hi.
Will this still line up? Nope. Well, I guess I'm doing it red instead of white. So we will do the Jingle Bell white because I don't have one that's white yet. Guys ever do that? Your mouth says one thing, but your brain says something different. Oh, but this has snowflakes. Can't do this. Can I paint my snowflakes a different color? No, I'm going to paint this white. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to go over it with fern. No, I can't do that either. I could make it silver. Could I make it gray? Maybe we can make that one gray. It'll be like a silver bell. How about that? You stain the backs. Oh, that's a good idea. And that doesn't take very much time just to do the antique wax on the back. or whatever stain you want to use. All right, let's do our red. It's pretty dry. Our red swirly stripes. Okay, one more. I don't know why I can't talk while I do these stripes. Guess I'm concentrating too much. There's that one. What do you guys think about this bell? A light blue. Oh, so leave this white, but do the, I could use pool blue for the snowflakes on this one. I feel like the white needs to be a little bit. Ooh, I just got stuff all over me. Oh, I have not used this color in a bit. Okay, so now I'm painting over just these 3 snowflakes that are going to go on the Jingle Bell ornament. I'm painting them over with Pool, which is kind of a light blue. I forget now what this... Okay, that goes across the middle and the snowflakes go up top. I feel like this piece will need to be blue also then. Maybe? Or we'll also do this white, but we'll kind of go around it with... See, this one's going to be hard because it's got words. It says Jingle All the Way. I'm going to have to... grab that pokey tool. So who has something fun going on this weekend? I have my godson's 3rd birthday party. It is Paw Patrol. That will be on Saturday. All right, Jingle All the Way. There we go. But I want to go around this. I can do this with a big one. It's just going to be ever so subtle because the white and the light blue aren't that different. They're not very contrasting. That's going to look pretty though on there. I like that. And then I'm going to do the topper for this one with the Pool blue as well. And hopefully that'll still look okay with the green and red berries. So let's do those berries on our greenery. Sticking. Oh, your tree up. Wow. I can't because I have craft show stuff everywhere. At least in this room where my tree goes. So my tree will probably go up hopefully before Thanksgiving Day, but we're not going anywhere this Christmas, so I'll be able to enjoy my tree all month long. I love putting my lights on a timer so that I can leave them on at night and then they turn off. Oh, you know what? This snow, I don't know, maybe I won't put that snowflake on. Okay, the last thing I need to paint is the topper for this one, which I think should be red. Go with the stripes. Okay, which one is ready to start gluing together? I think let's try to do some of the going around the edges before we glue this time. Makes it a little easier to get in there. The white one, yeah, why not? Let's go around the bell with the blue just to give it a little bit of, I mean, barely, can barely see it. It's very light. Alrighty. I think we can start gluing this one. Start with our greenery at the top. Okay, same with this one. Greenery at the top. I just love the look of the layered wood. So cool. Jingle bell. So we have a bell, that was the reindeer one, and this one is a jingle bell shape. Okay. This one just has a big old snowflake in the middle. And did a red topper for this one. Isn't it pretty? That's so pretty. Okay, and then this one. I'm actually going to go around this with a little bit of green. My first instinct was to do red. I already have quite a bit of red on this ornament, so I'm going to go around this with green. You guessed it, my trees need a little snow on the edges. I mean, it is winter after all, right? All right. So, I don't know if this, I think I'm going to keep that snowflake off because I ended up painting this white, unless I go over and paint that all green, but I don't think I want more green on this ornament. So I think we'll just leave that snowflake off. What do you think? That's pretty. This kind of looks like snow down here. That's kind of, I could push them all down. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Hang on, let me see if I can slide these down. Huh. Maybe that was the design. It's supposed to look like snow. I like that. All right, last one is our Jingle All the Way. Jingle Bell. This goes across here. Oh, that's cute. I'm glad I went around that with the pool blue as well. Okay, and then our snowflakes. All right, and then our topper. All right, here we go. Number 1, the reindeer. Number 2, call this the pointy ornament, I guess. But I just saw something I want to go around this with some red. And number 3. And number 4. Thank you for the hearts. And number 5. And finally, number 6. Didn't those turn out cute? Now you could do some white snow look on the greenery if you want. I would say probably do that before you glue all your pieces together. You love the 3, which one with the 3 snowflakes? This one? That one, Jamie? Yeah, they are all really cute and a really affordable set at $24 to make 6 ornaments. That's a really, really good deal. So that's what I have for you. The only other thing I am gonna do, and I can maybe show you 1 or 2 of them if you want. We've already been on for an hour, but just move these out of the way. I have some beads. You know what? I also have black. I might need to do black on some that have already a lot of white and red, because I have white and red beads here with me. I think this one, because it has some black on it, will probably be black beads. These 2 will do red beads. These 2 that are mostly red will do white beads, I think. And those 2 I think I'll do black. So let's do these 2 that I'm going to do red. Just cut. This is just Dollar Tree twine. Okay, and then I have, this was a very long strand from Hobby Lobby, and I just keep using some off of it, and then, oops, and then tie the end again. I think what I did before is I made a loop, and I put the loop through, and then the end through the loop to make kind of that, and that's way too long, but that's okay. We'll get a few beads on there and then tie a knot, and then we can cut off the excess. So usually 3 beads I think is sufficient, but I just feel like this finishes it off, kind of elevates the look a little bit more, you know, just makes it look a little more done. See that? Just with the 3 beads. And I am going to stain the back. I do like that idea. So then I just tie a knot maybe an inch above the top bead so that you've got a hoop there to be able to, you know, hang it on your tree. And then we'll just trim off the top there. So there you go. See how it just adds more? It makes the ornament bigger. All right, let's do this other red bead ornament. Does anybody else buy the big strands of beads from Hobby Lobby when they're on sale and then just use them all through the year? I do. All the Christmas is 50% off right now too, so I may go back. I'm pretty much out of white beads. I mean, I have this one from Dollar Tree, but I'm out of my Hobby Lobby ones, which I prefer. I feel like the holes are just a little bit bigger, a little easier to string on things. One. Ignore my white painted fingers. All right. And then, what did I say? Those 2 are going to be black. These 2 I'm going to do white. So see what I do is I just then pull another knot just to, this is what's left of my red Hobby Lobby beads. All right, this is a Dollar Tree strand, but I'm going to go ahead and use these. Might as well finish them now, right? While we're still on the live. That way you can see how you can finish yours off. So if you lost track, the tops of these ornaments are 3 layers deep. With the 3 layers of wood cut pieces. Yeah, see, these Dollar Tree beads are just a little harder to string on. And some of the beads are a little wonky. There's that one. I think this reindeer one is so cute. Okay. There we go. And I will do the other two with black beads when I'm done with the live here, because I got to go find them. Isn't that so pretty? I just love these. Well, thank you guys so much. Oh, sure, you can send them to me. I'll take some beads in my next order, Christina. Thank you guys so much. Again, the link for this kit is in the description of this video. And thanks so much for supporting the Rust Cover Cottage by Christina. Bye.